case I handled many, many years ago in Douglas County as a young man who was just about 4 months shy of graduating from West Georgia College. He was driving down the road at night, and a car crossed the center line, hit him head on. He suffered really serious compound fractures down around at his ankle, basically his ankle joint, which is not uncommon in car wrecks because, of course, people lock their leg in place on the brake or whatever to guard against the impact, and all of that impact ends up working their way through the leg. He ended up having to have an external fixator put in place. And what was unique about that case, he's a wonderful guy, and it's an incredibly painful injury, all right? And, he tore up his knee and shoulder too, but the foot was what mattered. And he said to his mom, I can't sit around. I just can't do it. So he got in his wheelchair, and he went down to Kroger, where he'd worked before, and asked for his old job back, being sort of an assistant manager. And then all he had to do to complete his education degree was go do, observations in schools. So he made his mother drive him, he's in his wheelchair, drive him over so he could do these observations. And I tell you this because there are lots of lawyers who would have told that young man, just sit back, do nothing, because you're hurting your damages case. Because, you're going to have a lost wages claim. And, if you delay your education, that's another thing we could talk about in damages. I said, forget about your case. You got to live now, right? And here's what's interesting about that little fact. That jury loved him, and they respected him because he didn't sit around and feel sorry for himself. He went to work. And that's something people forget. Juries are really suspect. They've been trained to not trust trial lawyers and not trust people who come in and claim injuries, right? If you work hard, jury will never punish you for that. And I'm still in touch with that young man. He's one of that. The sad thing is that he'll never run again. And he was a runner. He had run all through college. And all he wanted to do was be a physical education teacher and a cross country and a track coach. So he's a teacher, and he teaches special education, physical education work because he can't demonstrate stuff, right? And he still coaches cross country, but he just rides a bike with the runners because he can't run with them, so he rides a bike with them. So it's a great story about how when you don't quit, an injury doesn't have to alter your life. There are ways to work around these things. And if you get to trial and you've done that work, it isn't going to hurt your case.